Yes. Lotteries and divorce. The legislature shall never grant any divorce. Um, I was kind of surprised that the county clerk is an elected oath of office. But did the state legislature grant a divorce because of the refusal to enforce the requirements of due process to myself and my sons? Now, I've often talked about the ratification of state laws and federal laws. Mm. But if they don't remove that dissolution of marriage where I was not given notice of hearings, yes. Well, you had a court hearing on December 31st of 2012, but you decided to change the date. Well, you had one action and sent the mail and it was returned unclaimed, and then you had a second action where you had a non-jury trial in February of 2012. I would think that I could actually sue the state legislature for having any knowledge of them allowing for divorces. See, it says that the legislature shall never grant any divorce. Mhm. Now, am I misinterpreting? The legislature shall never grant any divorce. Oh, now this is lotteries and divorce, which allow lotteries to approve 60%. Any act of the must be approved in accordance with Section 24. How's how to interpret it broadly? Evans versus Brotherhood of Friends. Bonus bingo case. Such as guesser. They were considered lotteries. Now, is there some reason why they put grant any divorce and then they talk about lotteries? It's like one of these that they tried to slip into Section 24 that nobody noticed, that the state legislature does not have the authority to grant a divorce of any married couple. Now, I've informed you that the RCWs that the state has passed are not being enforced and have not been enforced. And the only thing that I could think is the legislature is granting a divorce without the enforcement of the RCWs. Now, I'm going to sue you for that, okay? Now, we mentioned the United Nations jurisdiction. A man asked me, a psychologist today, said, well, are you married or single? And I'm like, well, I'm single, but I'm still married. And it's kind of complicated. No, are you married or single? Well, I'm divorced, but I'm not. See, here's the problem. I kind of had to lie, but it wasn't really a lie because there's no possible way he would believe that the state of Washington, as a legislature, actually has the authority to dissolve a United Nations marriage. But it says that they can't grant a divorce unless there's a valid marriage certificate or license issued from the state of jurisdiction. So you did, didn't you? You violated your own Section 24. Now, I don't like having to tell half truths because psychologists want to know about my private life. And obviously, I didn't intentionally lie to the guy. But when I informed Judge Rohrer that his non-jury trial approach was actually a violation of the requirements of law, that I receive actual notice of court hearings, yes, and to receive the actual documentation admitted by the petitioner when going into any of these court hearings, yes, and that there has to be proof of service, yes. The state legislature is going to be sued for granting a divorce because they refusal to enforce the law. Do you fucking understand?